Many people struggle with anxiety. This affects their everyday life physically, mentally, and socially. Have you ever had your heart race, felt like you're out of breath, and constantly worried about things that hasn't even happened yet? This is what many people who struggle with anxiety go through on a daily basis. I personally have experienced it firsthand. Anxiety is hard to go through everyday activities without constantly having thoughts going through your head. After experiencing these uneasy feelings, I'm pleased to inform you about how this condition can affect your everyday life. According to Peter Hartman, the World Health Organization reported that anxiety disorders were the world's most common mental illnesses, affecting an estimate of 4% of the global population, or at least 301 million people in 2019. Many people may not think that they have anxiety, or not as severe as someone they may know. I will explain the physical effects as someone who has anxiety and how fidgety I can get in certain situations, along with the mental impact it has and how social situations can be very difficult. Anxiety can affect someone in any situation. It can be hard to calm down and go on from it. I now would like to talk about how I personally go through everyday life with anxiety. Many people may not feel like they are anxious, but it comes in many different forms. Some of the forms can be generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, test anxiety, separation anxiety, and many others can include. According to Peter Hartman, anxiety is a normal and understandable reaction. When anxiety occurs without obvious provocation or is excessive, however, anxiety may be said to be abnormal or pathological, existing in a disease state. Severe anxiety can be known as generalized anxiety disorder, in which uncontrollable worries and anxiety occurs for a constant of 6 months. Many people who have anxiety may experience fidgeting when nervous or anxious, zoning out, nail biting, and leg bouncing. Although there are treatments for anxiety, it can include medicine and different kinds of therapy, depending on the type of anxiety and how severe it is. Anxiety can cause your mental health to be bad by having constant overthinking and your mind racing all the time, and not being able to calm your thoughts. Anxiety can also make you lose sleep from these things. Not being able to get a good night's sleep can not only affect your ability to do everyday tasks, but how your mood is. According to Hopkins, MD, when you think about anxiety, it's probably an emotional issue that can come to mind first. The continuing stress that makes you short-tempered and irritable, the fear that stops you going out or prevents you from achieving your dreams. Nightmares that wake you up every time you sleep if you manage to even get sleep. The difficulty, concentrating, and mental torment of being caught in indecisiveness. It can cause your mental health to decrease due to always overthinking and thinking the worst for any given situation. When you think the worst about any situation, you won't be able to enjoy the good things in life that can and are happening because you've already thought the worst about it. Anxiety can affect your social interaction, not only in public places, but just in general. According to BMC Psychiatry, long-term social anxiety can greatly affect learning, life, and other functional aspects, which is harmful to physical and mental health. Most people who experience social anxiety tend to avoid any social events that they may get invited to. It is easier for them to get stressed out in social situations. While having anxiety, it is hard to have the desire to go somewhere where you know it is going to be social. People with anxiety tend to be introverts. According to Child Development Prospects, people with social anxiety disorders are typically quiet and withdrawn in groups or when meeting people. They avoid drawing attention to themselves because they fear they may act in a way others will advocate negatively and that they will be judged as unlikable, incompetent, or boring. In conclusion, I would like to conclude with these remarks. Anxiety is a known disorder, but it can take over and affect your everyday life. Although there are many different types of anxiety disorders, all of them can affect your life physically, emotionally, and socially. Although it is hard, having anxiety can be difficult for me to push through and get things done. I want to leave you with this. You are not alone. We all struggle with anxiousness and anxiety in some type of way.